How was practice?
It was good. It was a good night. We got a lot accomplished, a lot of corrections, and then moving forward, an initial introduction into South Carolina, which we desperately need. And the attention was good, the focus was good, and it was a good night for us.
If you had to pick one thing that you thought you improved on this week, what would you say?
Tackling. I think that that we tackled much better, and we made some individual tackles in space that we didn't make the week before. And the yardage after missed tackles was decreased as well. And anytime that happens, that's a positive thing. That's the biggest jump that I saw.
There was a lot of talk last week about keeping things simple. Was what y'all did Saturday, was that really real simple?
Yes, it was. It was. But you know what? We can't make it hard as coaches. We've got to keep it simple. You know, there's a fine line as a coach that you walk between having enough bullets to shoot in your gun once the game starts and not doing too much to overload your players mentally, to slow them down, because that's the last thing in the world that you want. You don't want to. You hate coming in on Sunday and saying, "Well, if that guy had been there, or if that guy had covered that guy," or this that. As a coach, you'd rather say, "He ran over us," or "He outjumped us for the ball," or whatever. You'd rather say that than this guy should have been there, that guy should have been there, if this guy would have seen that. And you know, each team is different, each group is different, and you know, as a coach, you've got to learn what you have and the strengths and the weaknesses, and play off the strengths, and make sure that your call sheet reflects what your players can do.
You need more bullets this coming up Saturday than you did last Saturday?
I'll tell you what, this has got some weapons now. I mean, South Carolina has some weapons, and they're playing really well right now. So yeah, we're going to need we're going to need a full gun, and we're going to need all hands on deck. Yeah.
You guys did a good job both times last year against South Carolina, stopping Lattimore and containing him. I mean, was there something, one key thing to doing that, or?
We came off blocks and we tackled well. You know, because he's an awfully talented back that's he's gotten better since last year as well. And we have a lot of respect for him, and we know it's going to be a great challenge, and you know, one that we're looking forward to.
How challenging? You know they can do other stuff. The guys outshot and all that.
Oh yeah,
you know
I remember him. What did he do? He caught 23 balls against us the first time we played him or something. I remember. Yeah, I know exactly who he is.
Yeah, but you know if that's not clicking, that they can put it to Lattimore over and over and over and over again and doing it. How challenging is that physically to have to play?
Well, you know, once again, if you can't stop the run against South Carolina, you're not going to win, because they're going to pound him as long as it's working. They're going to keep pounding him until you stop him, and you know, so we know that we're going to have to do some things to try and get that done. And at the same time, when you overload that, then it opens up other things, because there's strengths and weaknesses of every call that you make, and to be able to press the buttons at the right time and to be able to execute, to be able to stop what you need to stop within that call, and then, you know, not get exploited, not let the weakness of the defense get exploited.
Other than simplifying things, did you do anything different scheme-wise this Saturday than what you've done before?
Not really. A couple of tweaks here and there, but overall, no. Because we spent so much time last week, you know, trying to get us right. The fundamentals and the techniques of what we're asking our guys to do within each call, we spent a tremendous amount of time on that. And like I said, we got better. We're not good enough. We're not getting anywhere close to where we need to be. But you know, if the goal every day is to get better, we accomplished that last week, and Saturday was a reflection of that. So, and the goal's not changing this week. We got to get a heck of a lot better real quick.
I mean, from a confidence standpoint, from a confidence standpoint, to create some turnovers, to see that kind of momentum build when guys start seeing each other, you know, have some success.
That's what, you know. That's what when we made the cut up of the tape, that enthusiasm was contagious. When our guys made a play, you saw 4 or 5 guys right on top of them right away, and you know, enjoying playing the game, and you know, that's a big deal. You know, we knocked a couple balls out that we didn't get too. So I mean, you know, we had an opportunity for 5, and didn't. But you know, the 3 picks were big, and where they came, and I think as big as anything was the first series of the ball game. to go out and have a stand and to force them to attempt a field goal, and then had a chance to block it. That was big coming through what we had just been through, and but like I say, we got to put it all together for 60 minutes against South Carolina.
Does it make you, are you even paying attention to feeling better? I mean, Clemson basically did pretty much the same thing to Florida State they did to y'all. I mean, 7 out of 8 on third down, the quarterback was. Do you look at that and say, well, maybe that wasn't so bad?
No, because it was bad. Anytime you lose and you don't perform to your standard, it's bad. And I certainly have respect for both of those teams, but no, it doesn't make you feel any better.
Talk about the game.
It still stinks.
Talk about the game Corey Lanier had for you.
I tell you what, he was he was much more active this week and much more sudden. And I thought that he cut it loose this week, and it was good to see him cut it loose. And that's what we got to all do. We all got to cut it loose and not worry about making mistakes or this. We got to perfect our fundamentals and our techniques in practice, and then we got to go let it go play. Have some fun, swarm the ball, and get after it. And he did that.
It seemed like Usher out really wide some of those first few games when I was kind of rodeoing him on around. Was he a little tougher last night as far as holding his ground?
Yeah, he was. He did a better job of that, about constricting the pocket from outside in. Made some plays and affected the quarterback. So we're pleased with that. But once again, he's going to play better this week.
Appreciate it.